Never put these 6 things on your face if you don't want to age faster. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're just seeing me for the first time, I'm Anita Akoja. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video. If you're a returning subscriber, drop a comment for me in the comment section and also share this video. So in today's video, I'll be sharing 6 things you should never ever put on your face. All right, that's what today's video is all about. So there are so many things that we're doing, like even natural things. There are some natural ingredients that we apply on our skin, that we use for skincare, that are not supposed to be on our skin. So if you want a healthy skin, a clear skin, then there are mistakes that you are making to get that. These are skincare mistakes that we make that we should not be making. First thing that we apply on our skin that we are not supposed to be applying, or that we're not supposed to put on our skin, is toothpaste. Please, why are you putting toothpaste on your skin or on your face, especially your face? Why are you putting toothpaste on your face? Please, what is it meant for? What is it called? Just hear me out, all right? Before you come for me, what is it called? It is called toothpaste. Is it called skin paste or skin cream? Toothpaste is specifically made for your teeth, not for your skin. So why is it on your skin? Why are you applying it on your skin? I see so many natural home remedy of, people will mix, women will mix this. They'll tell you mix toothpaste and this and rub on your armpits, mix toothpaste and rub on your face, mix toothpaste and apply on your acne or on your knuckles. It contains peroxide and fluoride, and these are harsh chemicals that should not be on the skin. All right, fluoride should not be on your skin. It should be for your teeth. That's why when you are brushing, they'll tell you not to swallow. They tell you to just brush your teeth. It's just to whiten your teeth, to brighten and give you fresh breath. Apply it in your mouth and in your teeth. Wash it off. It's a wash. It's supposed to be a cleanser. It's supposed to clean your teeth. When they cleanse it off, you throw it away. You don't swallow, because it's harmful. It has harsh chemicals that are harmful to the body. So that's why if it's harmful to the body, then it's also harmful to your skin. And when you're applying it on your skin, do you know that it penetrates? Like this skin has pores. They have holes that penetrate they go down to your bloodstreams. So by the time you're applying toothpaste on your skin, it goes into your body and into your bloodstreams, and hereby affecting your skin. So please, if you're used to putting peroxide and fluoride that is contained in toothpaste on your skin, please discontinue. It is not proper. It's not advisable. It is wrong. You're damaging your skin, and it makes you age faster. Yes, it makes you age faster because it's not supposed to be for your skin. It's supposed to be for your tooth. The second thing we are applying or putting on our skin that we're not supposed to put is lemon juice. You see a lot of videos, apply lemon juice and Vaseline on your face. Lemon juice. I have a video, yes, of using lemon juice and Vaseline, but not on your face. Like, I stressed it out in that video. I specifically, like, disclaimer, it is not to be applied on the face. Should be applied on your knuckles, on your elbow, on your knees, on your feet, if you want to soften your feet, because it's harsh. It's highly acidic. Lemon is highly acidic, and it is harsh and harmful to your face, to your skin, to other softer parts of your body. So it should not be put on your body. It should not be put on your face. Don't apply it on your face and your body. Apply it on thick areas on your body, like your hair. Apply it to soften it and to brighten it. If it's dark and thick, then you can apply it to soften it and to brighten it so that it blends with your body. That's what you're supposed to do, and not apply. And if you must apply lemon, if you must use lemon, please mix it with a lot of water. Dilute it. Yes. If you want to use it on your skin or anywhere, dilute it. Mix it with lots of water so that it's not highly concentrated. Because of the high acidity in it, it's not highly concentrated. Then you dilute it and apply it. That's the best way to use it. But please don't use it, don't just carry lemon and squeeze it on your skin and start rubbing it, or use it on your face. God, it's so harsh. And why is it harsh? When you go out, it has properties that when you go out, when you apply it directly on your skin and you go out, you go out under the sun is too harsh. The sun will if once the sun hits your face, it affects your skin. It is harmful to your skin because of the lemon that has been rubbed on your face. So when you apply lemon on your face, it's not advisable that you go out under the sun with lemon juice on your face, on your skin. It is very harmful. The sun affects it. So that's why even when you use some of these natural home remedies, you are supposed to apply sunscreen after using them. Yes, any natural home remedy you are using, please use a sunscreen after them before you go out, because the sunscreen will protect you. That's what it does. It protects your body, protects your skin from the harmful sun's light. All right. So please, if you are using lemon juice on your skin, even if it's diluted, don't go out with it. Don't go out to the sun without using a sunscreen to protect your skin from the sunlight, because it will cause more harm than good. The third thing is baking soda. We apply baking soda on our skin, and I wonder why. What is it called? Baking soda. Baking soda. If it's called baking soda, then why are we applying it on our skin? Some people mix baking soda to their cream and say it brightens or it freshens. Damages the acidic environment of your skin. So it's harsh on your skin, it's too alkaline, and damages the acidic environment of your skin when you apply it on your skin or on your face, especially on your face. You see ladies applying baking soda on their face, that, and say it brightens. It is harmful because sometimes we even use baking soda even on our teeth. Please, that's why you have toothpaste. You don't need that on your teeth or on your skin. Please don't apply all these things on your skin or on your face, because it is it's too harsh. They are too harsh on our skin, and we don't need them on our skin. So be careful all these things you're applying. Baking soda should not be applied, should not be one thing you should put on your skin. Next is hair dye. The fourth one is hair dye, applying hair dye. Most ladies or most guys will say, okay, they are dyeing their hair. Maybe you are using golden hair and you want to dye your eyebrow golden or your eyelashes golden just to match the color of your hair. Or maybe you are getting gray hair on your eyelashes and your eyebrow, so you want to start dyeing it so that as you're dyeing your hair, you can dye your eyebrows as well and your eyelashes. It is wrong, because most of this hair dye has harsh chemicals. We all know hair dyes are chemicals, and they are very harsh, even on your hair, on your scalp, talk more or less of your eyes. It contains chemicals that can damage your eyes when you keep applying it over time. So we are not supposed to apply hair dye on our eyelashes or on our eyes. It should not go close to your eyes. They even put it there. There's caution, there's caution and warning. On the back of it, they will tell you, keep from eyes, keep away from eyes, keep away from children. These things are very important. So why are you using hair dye on your eyes? You want to apply it everywhere there's hair. Please, it is wrong. It damages the eye. So anything that will affect your eye, please keep it away from your eyes. Keep it far away from your eyes, especially hair dyes. Leave your eyelashes the way it is. It is fine. It is beautiful. We like it like that, even if it's going gray. Yeah, wisdom, you are going gray. You are beautiful the way you are. You are aging, fine wine. You are aging like fine wine. And we like those gray hair. Leave them. I'm having gray hair. Even on my hair, I don't dye my gray hair. I leave it. Why should I be that? I like it. It shows that I'm getting wiser. I'm getting more matured. The more I'm getting matured, the more I'm getting wiser. So please, it reminds me that I'm not getting younger, and I'm getting older and beautiful and wiser. So I don't want to dye it. Please, for you dying, I don't know why you guys do, but please dye your hair. Yes, dye your hair. Nobody is saying you should not dye your hair, but don't take it to your eyes. Anything that has to do with your eyes, keep it far away from your eyes. All right. The next thing, the fifth one, exfoliating scrubs. Yes, I know, I have videos where I talked about how to exfoliate. I'm teaching people how to exfoliate. But please, you guys watch that video, and when you are watching, listen carefully. I always give instruction. When you are exfoliating, don't do it more than twice a week. Not more than. There are people that exfoliate every day. Why? Please, why are you exfoliating every day? You are supposed to exfoliate once or twice a week. Once, the highest is twice for extreme cases. But if you have smooth skin, your skin is good already. please just exfoliate once if you must exfoliate. Do you hear me? Exfoliate just once. Not if you have extreme cases of acne, hyperpigmentation, dark spots that you want to clear, then you can exfoliate twice a week, but not more than twice. I don't know why people exfoliate daily. Like, people do it every day. Some people even do it morning and night. Please, what are you cleaning? They will scrub here, scrub there, scrub there. You are scrubbing, like you are scrubbing the like when you over scrub, it thins the lining of your skin. Your lining of your skin becomes very thin, which is not good. It becomes very soft, and you begin to see veins, you know, because you are over scrubbing. Why you don't over scrub your skin? Just scrub once or twice a week, and that's fine. That's okay for your skin. Too much scrubbing affects the skin, affects the texture of your skin, and softens it. And when it's too soft, it is not good. It is not good for your skin to be too soft. That's why some people, they have too much soft skin. When they go for operations or surgeries, they find it difficult to stitch them because of how soft their skin is. Like, you've damaged your skin so much that they can't stitch it. As soon as they are opening, they are stitching one place, another place is tearing up because your skin is too soft and too light because of over scrubbing, over applying of chemicals on your skin. And if we are applying, because these facial scrubs have chemicals in them, and we're not supposed to apply these chemicals every day. That's why they said once or twice a week, so that your skin has time to rest and breathe. Please let your skin breathe, right? Let your skin breathe. Let your skin breathe. All right. I'm speaking for your skin. I'm pleading and speaking for your skin. Let your skin breathe. Give your skin time to breathe. Some days to breathe before you scrub it again. Yes, you want to be clean. You want to have clean skin, but don't overdo it. All right. Let's not over scrub our skin, so that the skin doesn't start screaming, for help. So please don't over scrub your skin. Just do it once or twice weekly and let your skin breathe. All right. Thank you. So lastly, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. Even the name, like, me hearing the name scares me. Vinegar. You're applying vinegar. Apple cider. Is it apple cider or apple cider? Please, which one is the correct one? Please comment below. Apple cider vinegar, apple cider. Anyone, please. I'm a Nigerian. Anyhow I call it, take it like that. Just take it. Apple cider vinegar, please, apple cider vinegar. When you apply it on your skin, it is too harsh. It can cause irritation and redness on your skin when you apply it on your skin. So if you want to use apple cider vinegar, please dilute it. Dilute it with lots of water. Lots and lots of water. Dilute it with it before you apply it on your skin. And you're not supposed to even apply apple cider vinegar on your face. Why are you applying it on your face, please? You're supposed to use it to clean things, you know. Apple cider vinegar is one of those things. It is very harsh. It is very corrosive and harsh to the skin. So when you apply it, especially on your face, it causes redness and irritation. It irritates your skin and it is harsh. So that's why you're supposed to mix it or dilute it with lots of water before applying it on your skin. And please let it not even go to your face. If you're applying it on your skin, let it not go anywhere near your face, your neck, your face. No, please. Don't apply apple cider vinegar on your skin. Please don't use it. It is not advisable. So if you're used to using it, can you kindly stop using it? You should discontinue from using it. All right. So these are things that we're applying or putting on our skin that we are not supposed to put. And please, if you are guilty of doing one of these things or all of these things, then please kindly stop doing them. Kindly discontinue from doing them and save your skin, so that you can help. It helps you when you stop doing these things. You start looking younger and fresher again. Because these things make us look older. Yes, it makes you look older. It dries your skin, affects your skin. They are harmful chemicals that affect your skin and make you start looking older than your age, than you're supposed to look. So please discontinue from using them. All right. So if you need more tips on how to have a clear skin, how to have a bright, glowy skin, how to look younger than your age, you need tips on that, skincare tips, then please watch this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you find it helpful. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you all for watching. I'm Anita Akoja, and I'll see you on the next one.